Hello everyone, good evening to one and all. This is Kranth Patnaik and today I'm going to train you people on how to use Photoshop. In the Photoshop, the toolbar we are going to discuss today. So whenever I am been talking about the Photoshop, yes, we were been learning about two things. One is Photoshop is basically used for editing the image and creating an image. So whenever I speak about Photoshop, yes, of course, basics are very much important. So when I speak about the basics, you always have to remember the shortcuts. That is Control Z, Control V, Control O, Control N. All these are the shortcuts which you have to use whenever you are using the Photoshop. As well, we were been discussing about the Photoshop menu bar, which we have File, Edit, Image, Layer, Select, Filter, and also Windows. So yes, we were been learning all these window panels. And then we were been learning about the toolbar as well. So whenever I speak about the toolbar, in the toolbar, the first option that we have is Mark tool. So Mark tool is the first tool that comes under the toolbar, and today we are going to learn about the toolbar. So let us see the interface here. So if you can see the interface, we have the toolbar. In the toolbar, we have the first option as the Mark tool. If you can see, this shortcut is M. So we're going to go with the Photoshop. The shortcut is M. So once I hit the M button, the Mark tool gets activated. If you can see, I'll click something else, and once if I click, look at here very carefully, this option is not selected. So but once I hit M, the option have got selected. So now it is Mark tool which got activated. Now I'll create a new tab, that is Control N. And now we'll start working with the use of Mark tool. So we have 4 options as well. If you can see, the option right now is the normal mask. Once you hit that, the mask will appear. You can put whatever color you want, the foreground or the background. The foreground or the background, you can put the color whichever you want, but probably there's no need of hitting only Mark one rectangular option. This is a free Mark tool. You have elliptical Mark tool, which comes as a circle shape. And then we have single row and single column. These are something which comes like this. So these are the few options that we have. So I have been creating a Mark tool. You just have to click the left mouse button and then drag it. That's all. You get an amazing size. I mean, you can basically free transform your size because it's all dependent upon how you drag and drop. For example, if I'm dragging small, I get a small one. If I'm dragging a big one, I'm getting a big this thing. And you can also, clicking the left mouse button, you can actually transform on what size actually you want and how much you actually want to create it. So this is a size which I am expecting, sweet and short. I put this. So this is a problem. So I've been doing everything in the layer. Okay. So this layer, create one, alt delete. So I have put the color, and then I have taken another option. Okay. So here is the three things that we have. Or Control D, then we'll transform the opacity, and then Alt Shift for duplicate. Again Alt Shift. This is just a poster designing that we are doing with the use of Mark tool. And create something and free transform it. So here it can be our logo. We'll put it as logo. So usage of the Mark tool again. So I'll take an elliptical tool, give a bigger box. Oops. Create a new layer. Already. So now opacity. Control U. So basically you can reduce the opacity levels. It's quite good. So what we'll do, so we'll put a option here. I think Now this is one layer. Okay, so this is what we have created. Transform it to the lower level. So Control Shift. So what I'm going to do, Alt Shift, the same but more transformed. More transformed again. It's all waste of time. In fact, you know, when it is not suiting, don't put all this. Here is one that we have created. What if you want, you can put it, or no, if you want, you can delete that as well. So no need of putting all this. So I'm going to create a logo. So using this, let's put up some innovative ideas. Probably you can put transforming the lives or something. So here I'll give something called as transforming the lives is what I have added. Okay, so we can basically put it times new Roman. Okay, so here that we have been doing. So what you do always, Make sure you put all the correct fonts when you're doing, or basically you can use all in a capital. Okay, so now I'll select the entire thing. Italic. Okay. So we have given this, right? Oops. Shit. Okay. The biggest mistake that we have done say putting in the same layers. We should not put everything in the same layers. Okay, so I'm gonna put it here. So as simple as it is, you know, the logo should be as simple as it is and as sweet you can do it. This is all a classic productivity that we are putting on. So now create a new layer. So set you all time. Go for black. Control D. Zoom it. Make sure it suits. Okay. It's too big. You can also go for another one if you want. So rather than this, okay, So we will rotate this 90. Okay. This is where you have to put a lot of patience. You have to be very careful when you are basically putting a lot of effort in doing all this. Make sure it's very close enough. We are all creating a beautiful logo, so make sure you work with a lot of patience, guys. So you're just working on the edges. Make sure you put a correct size. Reduce it until okay. Add another one. Okay. So this is a very important thing when you're working with lots of efforts. Make sure you put enough of concentration when you're working, because this is what makes you a correct symbolic logo for your model. So nice. That's what we have created. Okay. Make sure you have worked perfectly or not. See, these are the small minor mistakes that we do to overcome the pressure. Same with this. T, increase it. So this is what we have done. Like lot of mark options that we are putting, that's all. You know, as much as you put the innovative ideas, that's deep, it's gonna be good. Okay, now I am going to reduce the opacity of it. And the fill as well, so that gives a good look. So these are the good options that you have. So we have been editing this. Okay. Alright, so let us see how did our logo come at the last. Nice. So this is what we have been creating, transforming the lives, and it's all been created by our own ideology, like a Windows regeneration or something, or you can put it for your company as well. So transforming the lives is the company logo, and you can basically use this for any of the training companies, you know, or innovative ideas. So it's all just a good idea that you have come up with. So what you can basically do, you know, you have created this. Okay. So I'm gonna merge all this. Just checking what did I have. So I'm gonna merge all. Perfect. So all lines I have merged and everything I have merged. So now I'll go with the box, Ctrl J, Ctrl T, and increase it. Ctrl T, Shift, Alt Shift, okay, enter, and then very less opacity, and rather reduce the fill. Okay, that's all. Finally, we got our amazing logo out here. So this is where you can use this logo for any of the good products that you have been working for, or if you want to add this, or if you want to give this, or if you want to sell this logo. See, sitting for not more than 45 minutes, we have created an amazing logo. So this can be sold. I mean, you can sell this logo for any of the companies that you want with. And as well, check before on what you have done, any mistakes that you have. Okay, so this is a mistake that we have. Alright. Right, so this is the logo that we have created. Let's save this. Always remember the save option. Logo project. So we have saved it in PSD. Now again save this. Save as PSD, and then you go for JPEG, and then logo project. Done. Large file. Okay. So now we'll see how did our logo come. So this is our logo, and we have created this. So this is how our logo looks like. Beautiful, isn't it? Very classy and very good. So this is where you can use these products like so. That's what we have learned today, guys. So this is all about how exactly you use your Photoshop for your innovative brain. You know, as innovative you are, as good product you can get. So this is all a basic example on how you can create beautiful images using only mark tool. So today I have only said how to use a mark tool. It's just a selection tool where you can add on color, and you can reduce the opacity, increase the opacity, change the colors, and you can also free transform on what shape you want exactly to put into your interface of the Photoshop. So this is what is a mark tool, and I want you guys to practice this as much as so that you can be a pro later on in the Photoshop. So thank you so much for listening to the class, and hope you'll practice, and we'll have more sessions on Photoshop as well. So we'll see on the next class. Thank you. I am Trainer, and I'm Kranth Patnaik.